Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Coding with Sijaz. This is the 7th video in the UFI series. If you're coming to this channel for the first time, do click here to get the playlist. Kindly watch all the videos to understand what we have done until now and continue our development. Also, do subscribe this channel to get more updates about new videos. In the last video, we learned about models, bindings, and JSON model. We have seen what are the different types of models, how to do binding between your view and model, also how to use JSON model and manipulate data. We have also seen the different type of binding, which is called one-way binding and two-way binding. Today, we are going to see another type of binding, which is called one-time binding. A one-time binding is a binding which is done once in an application. When you initialize the application, you do a binding and then you can't modify the model at all. To explain this, we will pick up a new topic, which is called internationalization. So let's see more about internationalization. So what is internationalization? Internationalization is a way how you communicate with different users of different demography. So initially, if you look at the video here, our application is communicating the user with the language English, saying hello. What if your user belongs to a different demography? For example, if your targeted user is someone who speaks Spanish, then you have to communicate in Spanish language. So instead of saying hello, it should say hola. Also, what if your application user is from a different country who speaks a language of Portuguese? So instead of hello, you have to say hola again in a different way. So same way, what if you're speaking Danish? You have to say hello. So these are the different way your application should communicate to the user. You can't expect a user to always using a single language. So to make it happen, in UI5, we have something called internationalization, also called as I18N. So let's see more about I18N today. To know more about I18N, let's go to our existing code. So if you see here, we have a code which we were working in the last video. Also, I have moved the code into a new folder called models, and it is already hosted in the GitHub. The link to the GitHub is there in the description. So let's add a new file called i18n.properties. i18n.properties. This is where we maintain the key value here. Key stands for the key which we'll be using in the application and the text which is supposed to show in the UI. So if you look at our landing page view, we have a title called UFI models and bindings. So let's move it over here. Let me create an e-key called page title, which has the text UFI models, model and bindings. I also have a button which has show data. Let me create a new key called button text. Also in the controller, I do have a message which I'll be moving into here with MSG equal to. With our I18N in place, we have to include this part of the application. How do we do it? We just import a new module called SAP-UI-model-resource/resource model. A resource model is a model which loads the I18N file and handle your internationalization or I18N. Let me add it over here and create a new variable for I18N. Resource model take a property called bundle name, which points to the I18N file. So my file is located in ui5.app.i18n. If you see, this namespace point to this folder, web app folder, and you have the I18N file over there. To make it more readable, let me create a folder called I18N and I'll move this into it. since we will be having multiple IETNN file representing different language. So once in place, let me modify the controller here and make it in the IETNN folder. I have a file called IETNN. So with this in place, let's serve our application in a static server. Let me load it. Bring the tab over here and let me open the web app. This will be loading our index.html. Let me go to inspect and do a refresh, and let's see the network for the IETNN file. So let me filter it on IETNN. You see here, it loads my IETNN file. But loading isn't enough. We have to set it as a model. So we will be setting a new IETNN model. So let me copy this line over here and get the IETNN, and I'm setting it with a name IETNN. So my model name is IETNN. Once I have done it, I need to get this message. How do I get it? I just need to use the bundle. So O bundle equal to IETNN dot get resource bundle. So I have got the UFI bundle. So I need to get the text from it. So all I need to do is get text. That key was MSG. We go here and refresh. So I have the text over here. That is my text. So let's change the binding over here. So I don't want it to be UI5 model binding always. I need that to be coming from the IETNN model. And the model key is page title. So I copy the same thing over here, page title. I come here and save it. We refresh here and I have the title appearing over here. Let me also change the message. No, the message, let it be the same because we are copying it from the IETNN model directly. Also, the button text should be coming from the IETNN model. And let me add the key button text. So here, instead of showing button text, show data, let me show message. If I change it over here and come here and refresh, you can see it has changed to show message and UI5 demo is overshown. Let me fix it with a simple hello, which is easy for me. Page title as resource model and internationalization. Perfect. Let me come here and refresh. Everything is changed to new text. So how do I handle a different language? It's simple. Let me create a copy of this and let me rename it with a different name. So instead of IETNN, I'll be having IETNN underscore ES. ES stands for Spanish. So let me use the Google Translate to convert my text into a different language. I'll bring it. I'll use Spanish. I'll copy my text, resource model and internationalization. And let me just translate it. So this is the new text. I have no idea what it says. Perfect. Let me change the show message into a new text, which is this over here. Let me change it. Let me change hello into voila. So with this in place, I can save it. I can come here and refresh, and you can see it is by default searching for EN, but I can change it by adding SAP-language equal to ES. So once I use ES language, our application will be searching for IETN underscore ES. It is found and the text is translated to a different language. So this is how we handle translation or multiple languages in UI5. If you have any questions, do post comment and I can try to answer it. See you guys in the next video.